Hello, Porsche fans. So what we got is a one model, basically a model of this, and it's from eBay. Toys Go TW, 13,000 star rating. I don't think I've ever ordered from this guy before, so I just want to see if I got the right thing, and if it shows up in one piece. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't. Alright, it's one of these Pao Feng things, which is made by Kyosho, but it's a lower grade than Kyosho. Kyosho branded diecasts are generally nicer. They purposely make these Pao Fengs worse because it's a different brand, I guess. It's kind of weird. But yet their name is on the box, so that's kind of a weird decision. Anyways, it comes in a blister much like other Kyoshos. Apparently this is a model kit. I didn't know that. So I think I'm probably going to have to cut away, finish this model kit. Okay, so yeah, it went together fairly straightforward. These included screwdriver actually is pretty good. It fits the screw heads pretty well. Yeah, on the other side of that assembly instructions, you have some, I would assume this is Chinese text explaining some of the features. I looked online and it's 60 millimeters lower than a regular 997. This double bubble hard tonneau here for a soft convertible underneath there. I think that might be 19-inch wheels, not exactly sure. But this thing was sold in the year 2011, and they only made 356 of them, I guess in honor of the original 356 Speedster. A couple other things. It has a raked windshield, more raked than the regular 997. It also has its rear-wheel drive, and the rear is a little bit wider than usual. And then there's a flat 6, of course, in the back. It's 3.8 liters, making over 400 horsepower. It has a 7-speed transmission, Porsche active suspension, and then ceramic disc brakes. So that's what's going on with the vehicle in real life. So the question is, did Kyosho or Pao Feng do a good job here? And off the top of the... Well, yeah, I guess so. It might be a weird angle. I feel like this is snub-nosed, whereas this looks longer. But it might just be the angle. I don't know. What do you guys think? Looks a little bit... looks a little weird, doesn't it? Well, let's try the back view and see if this looks better. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, well, let's get into the actual details here with the pick here. So the wheels. They're kind of like Fuchs wheels, but they're not really identical to the wheels in the photograph. And I feel like the spokes are a little too thin here. Well, they're close, I guess. We'll leave it at that. You can see some little lug nuts in the middle there, so that's kind of cool. No brake system, but I don't think you could expect that. I think these things were sold in like 7-Elevens in Taiwan, so they weren't very expensive, I imagine, brand new. I'm looking at the box here. I don't know if there's any price or date. Pao Feng. I don't see a date. Do you guys? Leave a comment if you see it, but I don't see it off the top of my head. A couple other cars in the collection. I have a few videos on 2 of these other ones that I do have. I don't have all of them though. Okay, well, I don't see a date or price, so sorry. Okay, well anyways, this is printed on nicely, and that is on the real car. The door handle looks alright. I mean, the middle part's sticking out, so that's good. There's a little silver here for a reflector, I guess. This must be, I'm guessing, the fuel filler door. Okay. Silver paint here, plastic lenses. The headlights look pretty good. There's definitely some weird, it looks like it's a chromed light bucket behind the clear lens. You can see like these bumps and stuff, and it's highly shiny, so I think there's a chrome piece behind this, so that's good. Now where things are a little bit wacky is this logo is huge. I mean, that's just like 2 or 3 times as big as it should be. So I don't know why they do that, and it's also not centered. It looks like it's off in that direction. Okay, a little bit of ribbing there and there. Okay, so that's pretty good. This blue paint is alright. It's a little orange peely, but it's, I guess, in line with a lot of other castings in this scale. I've seen better, I've seen worse. Okay, so nothing too wrong here on this side. The mirrors have no reflectivity though. But again, I don't think this was an expensive model when it was new. There is a little black paint in this vent, I think. Yeah, a little detail there. And then the exhaust tips actually look pretty good. I think I don't see much color on the real car, so I think just black is fine. What I like is the fact is they're actually hollow in the middle, so that's good. Very realistic. So then the printing here, let's see if it's legible. Yeah, that's pretty crisp printing. And while we're here, the taillights look good because there's red, and then again there's a chrome bucket behind that red. Although the red on this side has nice crisp edges. I think it's paint. But look at it on this side. It wasn't painted crisply or something. Or maybe it's an illusion. Maybe it is. No, I feel like there's a piece, some red missing right there. Just doesn't look as good as the other side. Okay, well. Okay, so the interior is typical Kyosho kind of stuff. It's just all black. There's some molded details. You just can't see much of it though. Okay, so the bottom, let's say, we have Kyosho and Pao Feng. So that's interesting. And the treads are pretty nice. You know, the staggered tires. It rolls okay. It's not as good as a Hot Wheels, but it does roll, as you can see. Some engine detail. Yeah, whatever. Okay, it's a very light model, being a plastic base and a convertible. The windshield wiper blades here, they're three-dimensional, and they are black, as well as the whole window frame. So that's not so bad. Okay, so what is weird though is the windshield here is like there's a big gap. It's like I think it's something didn't go right. It looks a lot better on this side. See, there's no gap there. But there's a giant gap there. Is it the plastic is a little messed up. I might have to take it apart and try to fiddle with that again. So all in all, it's a decent model. The stance looks okay. There isn't too much of an air gap between the tire and the fender. The big glaring issue is just the size of this logo. That's really detracting from it. If this was just a regular Kyosho, like in a crystal or Kyosho blister, I don't think that logo would be that big unless it was like one of their very first collections. So okay, well, let's let this model take a spin of glory, and I'll pull out a couple other 911s that I have from other brands. So we'll put that here. Well, before the other brands, this is one of the other Pao Fengs I got. This is just a regular, you know, I assume this is a 997. Yeah, this is nice. This is a good description, you know. It actually says 997, not just 911. Uh-oh. So here's a problem. These things want to fall off because they want to roll. Alright, so similar quality, right? Just the giant Porsche logo on the hoods is just really distracting. So that's too bad. So Pao Feng is it's definitely below Kyosho level, I would say. It's not as good as a regular Kyosho. Speaking of which, here's an old 964 Speedster from Kyosho. I'm sorry, I think this is a 930 because it's got the rubberized bumpers. I might be wrong though. But anyways, so look at the logo on this one, right? The Porsche crest. It's in proportion. It looks more realistic. It doesn't look giant sized. So this one's riveted. So this is actually an older Kyosho. There's also a silver on the tip there. and then printing on the rear lights, and much better breakup of the lights in general. So I don't know what the deal is, why this thing doesn't want to spin evenly. Okay, sorry. Well, at least on this one you can see, you know, clearly how cars have grown in size over the generations. Right? It's a much bigger car. So another great road car is the roof Yellowbird here, and this is a fairly recent release from Power 64. There's a bunch of other great videos on reviewing this model as well, although I have one in my history as well if you want to check it out. This model is just better. It's just the details are better for sure. Even the roof logo is there, and it's so small. It's like it looks accurate to this real car. It's not oversized. This one's got a license plate going on. See the little CTR printed on the back there. In fact, let me get closer for you guys. This model deserves a little more close-up. So it's really good. The only thing really wrong with this Yellowbird is this little black decal is very often crooked on the front bumper. I mentioned that in the review of this model. Okay. And then the last one is by Time Micro. This is unfortunately they don't say what it is. But Time Micro, it's definitely a much higher price point than whenever this thing sold for at the 7-Eleven. But I think it's worth it. I mean, the printing here is so complex. It's multiple colors, and it's going on all the surfaces. You know, all these contours, and a lot of the graphics are even going into the panel gaps. So it's just it's a great model, but it should be. You know, it costs a lot more. You see that little tow hook there on the front there, so that's a nice detail as well. It is die cast. Okay. So I guess that's it. I'll just leave it at that. Let's get this out. This video is about the Pao Feng. Okay, so one last shot of the real car as well. Alright, so basically Pao Feng is just the kind of the lower end of the, I guess, premium brands. I don't even know if it's I would consider it a premium brand. It's definitely better than a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox, but it's just something about the fit and finish of it. It's just not as good. But I guess that's for you guys to decide. Hopefully this video has helped you, well, will help you make a decision as to whether or not you want to buy it. Okay guys, well, I'll see you in the next spin. Bye.